Hi guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you a couple tips and tricks about sharing and some highlights of some of the stuff that was done on the app this week. So first off, when you log in, you might notice there's two clickable buttons on the top bar. This one basically explains the user what medals could be earned, and this is a tutorial, very short tutorial of how to use the app. Now if you don't see these two buttons when you log in the next time, basically you could just click on Control and F5 and that should load it into your browser. We're working on this now that this could happen automatically, so you don't have to take that extra action. So Control F5 if you don't see those two buttons, and then you should be good. Alright, so about sharing, a couple of things. One of the things that you notice in this list is that every time I share my habit, what I try to do now, this is like a new habit of mine, is to add an email address that I own, just to make sure that the list of 5 or 6 email addresses that I sent, that they were actually sent. So once I share a habit today or tomorrow or the other day, I'm going to always add this email address, and then once I check the email account and I see that, hey, the invitation was actually sent to this email address, then I would come here and I would just delete it. Okay, so the next time tomorrow I'm going to add another 5 persons to this list. I'm going to also include that same email address. I'm going to check the account, then I know that they received it as well. So that's one extra tip, or that's one extra check that I do. And now a couple basic things that could help you share the app a bit more quicker. First of all, you're going to notice that this list is split in 2 parts. One where you see the name of the person, okay, so these are names, and one where you see the email addresses. Wherever you see the email addresses, it basically means that these persons has not yet registered to Sugar Habits as yet. Okay, wherever you see a full name of a person, that means that a person have registered. Same with this habit, you see a list of names, right? This list of names is longer until here. Okay, and you see that all the others are email addresses, so they are not yet registered users at sugarhabits.com. So that's one thing that you could do to monitor how many people are accepting your invitations and registering on the app, simply by seeing how many names are here. Now there's a second thing that you could check. That's the unshare or the pending status. You're always going to see an unshare status if the person not only has registered, but they have also accepted to track your habit. That's why you're now shared with them, and you could unshare. So if I would click on unshare here, Mr. Bieber would no longer be able to see my results. Okay, so Bram is a user registered at Sugar Habits, but he still has to click and accept something like this. You see, he's going to see something like this from me, and once he clicks on accept here, then this status will change from pending to unshare. So this is how I know who's actually following my habits. So these folks just logged in lately to Sugar Habits, but only one of them or 2 of them, right, really is following my habit. So what I'm going to do today, everywhere where I see pending, right, except for Brahma and Urea, okay, I'm going to send them a mail and say, hey, I noticed that you registered to the app, but you still have to go here and click on accept to see my habit, because that's pretty cool, right? Once someone sees how the app works. So Tara, Jacob, Michael, James, I'm going to all send them a mail later and say, hey, I noticed that you're now using the app. If you would just click on the envelope and click on accept, then you'll be able to see my habits and everything that I'm doing. Okay, so this was a bit, yeah, slight surprise that so many people logged in but still didn't realize that this was a clickable box that they could come here and accept the habit. So that's the 2 tips for today. One is basically that when you share a habit, you could basically just add an extra email address for an account that you have, just to monitor if the emails are being sent. And secondly, you could easily see who is registered based on if a name is in this column or an email address. And you could also see the people that you could do a follow-up on and say, hey, you're registered at Sugar Habits. Could you just click on accept, and then you could see my habits. So those are the 2 tips for today. Hope that they're helpful, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.